In this video, I have the honor and privilege of rolling with Super Mario. But first, we're going to start him off with Fernando. So if you watched the last video, you saw Fernando. He's a white belt, ex-running back with great athleticism who is competing today, actually, the day I'm making this video, August 8th. And it starts out with Super Mario getting him in a Kimura. And I'm going to just let my in-person narration speak this round, and I'm going to come in the next round when I roll with Super Mario.
Just go for something. Right? I had this on here. I'm going to go for something right here. Just go for this. Right? That reason doesn't work.
Left, right. Left, right. Spin around. Spin his knees. Spin him. Yeah, get your leg out of there. Spin him and pass.
A few things here.
Yes. Yes. Gonna sprawl there and kept going. Yes. Get your knee to his waist. How do you do that?
I get that there again?
Yeah, you gotta get out of there. Gotta get out of there. Yes.
I come back here. I come here. Alright. Straight on.
Yes. Knee to the mat.
I have straight arm in there. Pick us up. Don't go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because, say I'm here. Right? Say I'm here.
Nice. You gotta get your arms together. Don't put your arms behind his back. Your elbows away from your body. Yes. Frame under him. Frame squirm. Don't sit here. It's over if you sit here.
My body.
Squirm out of it.
There's no... I don't know what I'm doing here.
Turn away from him. Nice, Barry.
And if I screw up anywhere in that sequence, I am... Yeah.
You're doing the whole other one.
I put myself in a position that I don't want to be.
Good.
Because like you're setting up the core in 500 legs.
You gotta beat that top leg. You're forgetting the top leg. There we go. Left, right. Start moving. Left, right. Move left, right. Move your body. Move your body. Force him to do a defense, then go the other way. Yes. Left, right. Step over his leg. High step. High step out of there.
If the coach knows what he's doing, the coach doesn't know what's going on.
Good.
My point of having this more with the last level when you open it, like that's why
Then just get the Kimura. Then just work the Kimura.
Well, I mean, you feel it. There's not
Nice.
So then just...
Go a little more. Go, go, go. Yeah, it's like 4-minute rounds. Go ahead. Do like 2 more minutes. Nice, Mario. Looks like my game. Get the underhook, Mario. Left underhook. Left underhook.
So have like a paddle.
That's good too. You gotta get your right leg out. You gotta get your right leg out. Yes. Left, right, left, right. You gotta get out. Pull out, pull out, pull out. You don't know enough there. Don't break his foot. Just hit the ankle lock, just for the record. Go ahead.
Good thing you have the position.
1 minute.
And you feel it. So
1 minute.
Overthink. You feel like sometimes you overthink them. That's how I know this one works.
Nice, Mario.
Once you're in that kind of
See, you're falling right back to that knee shield, and then he's passing, and you got no back line of defense. Remember, you got the half guard, Nando. He should have came under his arm with that arm. Under his arm. Yes! Push him over. Push him over. Yeah, especially if he's cupping your arm. Keep kicking. Yes! Yeah, turn into him. Nice. Nice, Mario. Get out of there. Get out of there. You got to get out. It's the end of the match. Everything to get out.
I know, Doug.
Get your hands together.
The longer the guys don't bother. The longer
way too when he pushes into you. Yes, yes! Nice, man. Very comfortable. Nice, man. Good round. You're tired. Good round. It's over.
All right, I just wanted everybody to see a little live coaching there. Again, it's open mat. I'm not an instructor at the academy. I'm just an old brown belt. But I'm trying to help, actually we're trying to help Fernando, but I realized that Super Mario had a few good rolls with the guys, so I wanted to make this part 2 video more about Super Mario. He is a purple belt at the academy. He's been a purple belt for a while. He's a seasoned purple belt, going on 3 years, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but I think so. So he's young and strong, and lately I've been telling him to try to stop using a lot of strength. So there I had a good ankle pick, and he fell right into ankle lock. I think, again, because I got a little lazy and I left my foot out there. And I'll be honest, I didn't want to get finished there. But Mario's becoming a good purple belt now. And that was a clean technique. So it's funny, it's like after that happens, you might have something in your mind that says, oh, you have to get revenge or you have to go harder. But if you do feel that, it's natural, but just remember to hold that back, right? We're not there to get angry. We're not there, you know, yeah, our egos get bruised sometimes, but identifying it's our ego that's bruised will help you suppress any anger, which is misplaced. So here I keep threatening different ankle locks, and what I noticed after watching Super Mario go against other guys is he does play like me. Half guard, Kimura, he kept catching, looking for that arm drag. It's the same game, coming in with the butterfly guard here. If I was him, I would hide the ankles more until his butt was closer, right? Because again, now as your ankles get further away from your butt, you become more susceptible. See, there he's doing it. He's kind of coming in with his arms. That's good. But see here how he sticks his ankles out as he's backing out? Well, then I could stand up, pick up his ankles, spin him, and pass his guard. But I'm being experimental, right? I'm using that same pass that anybody that watches the channel has seen lately, which is just try to knee staple and pass. And I'm looking to figure out all the different details and variables that come with it, because it's an unathletic pass, but it also stops your partner from standing up. So all you have to do is put the right shin pressure on the thigh, and it's going to be very difficult for them to stand up. Again, he's leaving that front foot out there. I definitely don't agree with that. See how I was able to grab it? What else can happen is when he tries to stand up, if he decides he wants to stand up and he's got that front foot out there, I could just pick up that ankle, and it's going to really make it hard for him to stand up. And he'd have to back out. He'd have to kick it out. Just makes life harder. So there I did like the knee shuck, and I tried to do like the knee down the center, like a knee cut, followed by the knee cut. And he did a good job of getting his foot back on my waist. He plays like I do. This is butterfly half guard for the most part, but I do have that bottom leg pinned. There he was able to topple me to a dead angle, it seems. I think the weight on the thigh got too much for him. Right, so if I put both, so I just contradicted myself, but if I put both shins on the thigh, let's say, and I have nothing behind me, then it would be easy for him to knock me over. So you don't want to have dead angles. Again, this is new territory for me. I'm a standing passer. I like to go back and forth a couple of times, spin, get my shin to the waist, use a little speed. So there, as he's coming in, you see how I keep getting that choke? I call it the ray gun choke. I don't know where I got that name, but if he doesn't defend it, it's a problem. So he defended it and then went right back to what he was doing, so I did it again, right? He defended it. You know, it ended up being like this back and forth. So I always want to try to avoid things like that. And I might have mentioned this in the last video, but as far as yielding power, right? The reed yields in the breeze, right? If you stay too rigid, you will break. Right? Buildings are like this, office buildings. And I think that Mario's at the level now where he needs to work on that, the yielding power. Don't try to crash right through all the time, even if you think you're not using a lot of muscle, or yield, redirect the person's energy and go to something else. I think when I start seeing that a lot, that reminds me of what the next level is for Mario. So anyway, that ends the round. So I hope you guys like this format. I started off with Fernando and Mario, which was a good match. They're both strong. I think Mario's a little bit bigger than him, actually. And now, this is Super Mario and Jonathan. And it's funny because now that I'm using this format, I'm seeing what these other guys do to each other, which I don't normally notice. Maybe randomly you see two guys rolling, but now I'm going to rewatch this and see what they're doing and the mistakes they're making, or what they're doing right, and then try to learn from that. It's amazing the time we live in now. So here he's looking for the butterfly sweep. Jonathan's very relaxed. As you can see, he really does a good job of keeping those hooks in. And you could just tell by his movement, it's slow and deliberate, and whatever happens, happens. If it means that he's going to lose the position, he'll lose the position. But he's not going to use a ton of energy and then lose the position, right? Isn't that the worst thing? When you fight, and then they pass your guard, now you're exhausted from fighting the guard pass so hard that when they pass your guard, you feel like you're drowning. So here he's doing a good back step, and then he ends up in Mario's like half butterfly open guard. But Jonathan bought that rash guard with X Marshall. If you like that rash guard, the link is in the description. Anything you buy, use code JITSOver50, get 15% off, plus it helps support the channel. But here is a very technical game. Watch how Jonathan unwinds that what is that, like a 50-50 backside half guard, backside or something? But as you can see, not only was he rewinding it, he was using it to come up on top. And Mario might be looking for an ankle lock here. It seems like he has a pretty decent ankle lock. I mean, he had the fundamentals correct when I tapped to it. See, so Jonathan's simply putting himself on the same side as the ankle that's being locked. Now he's kneeling on the shin. Very technical exchanges here. And you could see he's a little bit ahead. And what we were talking about later on in this class is there's not a vast difference between Super Mario and Jonathan. And there's not a vast difference between Jonathan and me. You know, we're all right there. And if we went against some guy that didn't know anything, he would just feel the same thing. You know, the inability to control us, get us off. You know, they wouldn't know what belt we were. These are all subtleties when it comes to purple, brown, black belts in the skill level. We're only a little bit ahead of each other. So as you can see, Super Mario likes to keep going for that. I actually like that position as well from K-guard. Here he just dives in for an ankle. Jonathan yields and goes with it and goes to something else. And that's really what I want to see more of. Again, I'm not being critical of Super Mario because I don't like him. I love the guy. And I want to see his jiu-jitsu get better by using the yielding process. The yielding principle. Redirect your opponent's force and take him from a different angle. So again, he's back in that position. He uses it to sweep. But it looks like Jonathan is in some type of leg entanglement. It's hard to see because of the darkness there. Oh, and he's able to pull out a knee bar. Very good, because I know Super Mario doesn't tap easy, but I think at that moment, he tapped at the perfect time. So good job on both people. I'm giving a little coaching from the side. Not that he needs a lot of coaching, but like I always say, if you could see one thing that can really help somebody, it's like if I'm trying to pass the knee shield and somebody says, oh, just sprawl and turn your hips. It's like, thank you. You know, when I first started, the blue belts would just destroy us. It was like the round was how many times he could submit you. It's like, but what's the point of that? Plus, it led into an injury for me. A terrible shoulder injury, and it was the worst injury I ever had. Bar none. Worse than breaking bones. Worse than breaking my rib, than breaking my ankle, my wrist. I mean my foot, not my ankle. So Mario's in on, it looks like it's trying for a Musumeci lock, possibly. Right? Where you get the foot on the side of the head and turn. Jonathan's doing a great job of defending it. When I get into tricky situations like this, I just tap, especially in training. I mean, maybe if I was competing, you hold out a little bit longer, which probably leads to tons of injury. Oh, and that ends the round. And here I'm going to have the post-open mat discussion in its entirety. Sorry for the construction noise.
Yeah.
Good round between you two is really good. And you look very technical against Nando. Because Nando's not easy to submit. He submitted him like 100 times. Oh, wow. And he wasn't going hard.
So Jonathan just...
I mean, Nando wasn't going hard either in his defense.
Yeah. Jonathan just right now, he blocked my attacks.
No, he's
So I put him...
There's not a big difference between all levels.
You're right.
Yeah. There's not a big difference. He's just staying ahead of you a little bit, just on like anticipation, and maybe a little bit better technique here and there, you know. For me to even keep up with you guys, my technique has to be way better. Because any mistake I make, that's it. The athleticism overcomes my mistake. You know. But that's what's great about it, because you have your whole lifetime to get better. Because then when you get older, your athleticism disappears, but at least you have that skill, right?
No, right now I had to use athleticism.
What?
I had to use athleticism.
No, I'm not saying we don't use any athleticism.
I had to, because he
No,
had
of
so
course.
many good grips.
No, I saw it. It was a good roll, man. You guys
And
had
like mid-round, I'm like, oh, no, I have to turn up a little.
No, you had a really good roll. You know.
But the thing with Jonathan, you go so calm and so slow, but it's tough, because it's not like you're giving any hope.
No, it's slow and deliberate.
So he told me that, to slow it down by connections and hooks. So I'm always trying to hook. So even if you're faster than me, I can slow it down.
Right. You're tracking his leg.
Yes. So my leg's going as fast as you're going.
Right.
Because I'm coming with you.
And it's easy for you to do that as far as energy. Look, no-gi is always going to be a little bit more athletic endeavor for sure, but we can still slow things down. The problem really in no-gi becomes finishing, because we're all so slippery. So what ends up happening is you keep getting reset standing. So that's why I like to call no-gi submission wrestling. To me, it's a little bit different.
I feel like I get extra life with no grip.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
it's like, if he had a good grip on my arm bar, that's it, I'm gonna be
well,
tapped.
if I go with a Fernando, let's say, and it's in no-gi, he's going to give me much more of a headache, right? In gi, I'm able to shut him down, get the collar chokes, do all the technical stuff that he didn't learn yet, in all honesty.
Just the
right?
collar choke is a big one.
Yeah, the technical defenses that he doesn't know yet, right? Never mind that he doesn't even know the collar choke, so even if he does pass my guard or something, I don't have to really worry, whereas against, obviously,
Thank you for watching. If you find value in my content, you want to help support the channel, the links are in the description. Please like, share, and if you haven't already, subscribe.